Example 3, apply algebra to the relationships in triangles. Find the possible range of values for x, which is part of an angle measure. Um, First thing, if we're trying to compare angle measures, we're going to have to use the converse of the hinge theorem. And if we take a look here, you'll see we've got a pair of congruent sides and a shared side, so it's congruent to itself. And then we have two sides, 11 and 9, and the corresponding angles to them, the opposite angles there, are going to be in a size relationship based on them. And 11 is larger than 9, so the angle that's opposite the 11, the 6x plus 15, should be greater than the 65 degrees in the other one. So here we can subtract 15 from both sides. 6x is greater than 50. Divide both sides by 6, and you get x is greater than 8 1/3. Okay. I think that's right. Let me see here. Yeah, 8.3 repeating, so it's 8 1/3. All right. Now that is the lower bound. That's as small as the x can be, because if it's exactly 8 1/3, that angle would be exactly 65, but we don't want that. We want it to be bigger. The next thing is we have to figure out the upper bound. Now, the way we know this is we know that the angle there can never be bigger than 180, because if it's bigger than 180, there's not enough angle left for the other two spots to add in for the sum to exactly equal 180. So this gives us the lower, and now we need to find the upper bound. 6x plus 15 is not greater than. It has to be less than 180. So I subtract 15 from both sides, and I get 165. 165 divided by 6, and we get x is less than 27.5. So this is the upper here. I'm going to set up the inequality. 8 1/3 is less than x, which is less than 27.5. So that is the range of possible values for my x. Now, when you're doing these problems, sometimes your initial setup will actually help you find the upper bound, which means you then need to find the lower bound. And of course, a angle cannot be less than 0, so you would say it has to be greater than 0. So if you ever have it where you've already found the upper bound and you need to find the lower bound, you just set up the expression to be greater than 0, and then you'll find your range of values there as well.